So, sports fans and Friday night fight fans, 12 rounds of boxing for the British Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, guys, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. Remember, obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. God bless. Let's do it.
Another fascinating prospect for a British title. We've had so many recent matches deliver. We hope the big boys continue this trend. There's Danny Williams, who needs to keep his own career alive here. And for Welshman Scott Gammer, the step up in level and in class, the biggest test yet. Questions will be answered. Fast start from Williams should be expected.
Well, you have to say Danny has the edge in most departments, natural talent, punching power, experience. But the big question is, at this stage of his career, especially at this new weight he's come up with, which has shocked everybody, has he brought his strength along with it, the 16 stone 4 he weighed in at? Time will tell.
When he got blown away by Audley Harrison, he was 19-1, Danny Williams. Scott Gammer coming in at his heaviest weight because he believed Williams would be huge. Psychological battles even before the opening bell.
Well, they traded left jabs there, and Danny was the one who blinked and had a second thought about it. But he started very positively.
He admitted in the build-up, Williams, that he would find out what he had left in this ring tonight. And if he didn't perform, he would call it a day. He's obviously focused for this. He's trained hard. He knows it could be his last chance.
Well, Gammer not taking any chances, nice and controlled, the chin down, just trying to edge his way forward. He knows the danger.
Boxed very well against Mickey Steeds in his first defence of the British title, Gammer. Good defence there against Williams, but this is a new ball game. Going in with somebody who has the experience that Williams brings to the ring.
Well, we've had a few disappointments in the heavyweight division over the years, but this one really is starting promisingly.
Who will get the centre ground? Who can land the quick combinations? Has Gammer got the edge in speed?
I think Danny may have the speed, but Gammer, although he doesn't have great power, he does have great natural strength. He wants to impose himself on Williams.
I think one of Williams's jabs may have opened some damage in the nose of Gammer. A touch of blood there in the first round. Interesting one, isn't it, Jim, this?
Yeah, it's really started off at a pace. Oh, beautiful left hook. Gammer walked right onto that.
Very good round. Very good.
Welcome back to the Neath Sports Centre here in southwest Wales. So many Gammer fans here. But Williams had a decent start, Jim.
Yeah, but he landed a beautiful left hook right on the bell. But to his credit, Gammer took it well. He's just in it come a beautiful left hook, come uppercut by Gammer, looking straight back, not really shaking.
Sharp start from the former British and Commonwealth champion and European and world title challenger, Danny Williams, who brings this wealth of experience and pedigree into the ring against the largely untested British champion, Scott Gammer, unbeaten in 18 so far. Combination from Gammer was fast. Good body shots too.
Well, Well, Williams went on to defensive there, he wasn't really forced onto it. It's the second time he's blinked when Gammer's landed cleanly.
You can bet that every punch that lands or doesn't even land will be cheered by this crowd. Good burst from Gammer. And Williams on shaky legs here, up on the ropes.
Well, I'm a little bit worried because every time Gammer has landed cleanly, he's had a reaction from Williams. But Williams' beautiful left hook, no effect whatsoever. So is the natural strength going to be the difference here?
Gammer, Gammer, the Welsh scream. Terrific start to this British heavyweight title. Both digging in body shots. It's all action, Jim.
This is tremendous. I thought maybe they would have taken a couple of rounds to wake each other up, but the opposite, right down to business. Full-blooded shots.
Right to the body from Gammer and to the head. Williams edging forward, but not doing as much.
Gammer is doubling up with his punches, keeping them occupied. Danny's throwing single shots, not working at the moment.
Trying to pop out the jab, Danny Williams.
Step to your right, Dan.
Gammer sensible. There's the combination. He's come back in this second round. The man from Pembroke Dock.
Not so much head movement from Williams in this round. And Gammer getting the punches off and punches. That's exactly what's required here.
It may do his confidence the world of good too, Scott Gammer. Right to the body and to the head. Decent second session for Gammer. So many people were looking forward to this clash. Williams might have got the first, but in the second round, look at that success rate for Gammer. The quality as well as the work rate.
I think the key for Gammer is throwing punches in twos and threes, not single shots. Williams is trundling forward, walking into punching range. Gammer really had a good second round.
This is the third round when Audley Harrison knocked out Danny Williams. And Williams was last in the ring in December. But Williams had beaten Harrison first time around. It's been that sort of a career for Danny Williams. Gammer yet to really mix it with the elite. The first test tonight, and he's doing well.
I wonder if the fact that Williams has been in a couple of wars, will that be an advantage or a disadvantage at the age of 33?
He's been the long haul a couple of times with Matt Skelton, with Audley Harrison in their first fight. Will he grow in strength as this progresses, or will the weight become a problem? Good hooks to the body from Williams and positive.
I think they were partially blocked though. I think Williams just a little bit predictable at the moment. I think Gammer knows what's coming.
Gammer showed an excellent defence too when he fought Mickey Steeds last time out. Doesn't do anything brilliantly, but just all round effective and solid.
I think Williams is maybe a little bit predictable at the moment. I think he has to come up with something else. You can see him winding up the right hand. Gammer knows it's coming, blocking most of it.
Just pouring with the jab, Danny Williams. And he just sort of covers up and crowds over, doesn't he, when Gammer lands the combinations.
Yeah, but as you were saying, Gammer, nothing spectacular, nothing sensational, but he's working away. He's getting the punches off, and Danny's doing a little bit of posing at the moment.
Gammer, the younger man, by 3 years. Maybe that bit fresher and more ambitious. Can Danny Williams go to the well again? He's done it time and time again.
I think Gammer is not massive power, but he's very heavy-handed, and these are jolting little punches he's meeting Williams with.
Williams out of range with his own jab. Not doing enough really here in this challenge for the British title. Blood from Williams' nose now, as well as Gammer's.
Well, Williams is still the one pressurising, forcing Gammer to work at a pace he hasn't done before, but not finding the accuracy.
Yep, looking forward to that. And a crawling one up in the heavyweight division. 17 stone 1 3/4 of Scott Gammer, 16-4-13 of Danny Williams. Williams in his 43rd fight. Gammer in outing number 19.
Well, Williams is pressurising, but he's not really over. As that left hook again, come uppercut, bang on the chin again. But again, Gammer takes it well.
Has shown a good chin along the road. Scott Gammer so far was floored by Surin Kalching. But he got up to win that on points. And he's possessed a good work rate. Didn't always impress the amateur authorities here in Wales, but has been impressing the professional critics.
Williams still not finding the target, still that obvious right hand that he's winding up. So he's not really prizing open. They're through with that right hand though.
This is the round when Danny Williams gave the performance of his life in July 2004, stopping the once great Mike Tyson in Louisville. Practically nobody, I think including Williams himself, gave him much of a chance that night, but he did it.
I think Williams is too intent on landing bombs. He's winding the right hand up, not finding the target, not prizing open the defence. These little cuffs the Gammer keeps coming back with, not spectacular, but they're scoring.
Working the body of Williams, and I wonder if he is weight trained, and he has taken that off quickly, whether they will start to have an effect.
Well, Williams still a bit too predictable in my book, just walking straight into range with nothing ready. Trying to wind up the big bomb, and then Gammer comes out with a little burst of punches. Nothing spectacular, but effective. Point scoring.
He's coming like Williams, but he doesn't look the quicker. Not yet, anyway. Still blood from the nose of Gammer. He'll be learning round by round of what it's like up in this level.
I mean, it's always difficult to win fights on the back foot, but it's obvious that Williams isn't finding the target, and these little cuffs are definitely scoring punches. For me, Williams is the one who has to come up with something a bit better, something less predictable.
Body shots from Gammer. Work rate is good. Quality's okay too. The Welshman's doing well, and here's another one with Ed Robinson. Nicky Piper for his thoughts.
Well, Nicky, very exciting action. Who's catching your eye?
Well, Gammer's the better boxer, there's no doubt about that. He's just leading on my card, but it's a really high-quality boxing from two heavyweights. Really good fight. Williams, though, is here, he's fit, and he's really come to win this tonight. So anything could happen. He's the bigger puncher of the two, but Gammer's the better boxer.
It's a great pace for heavyweights. Who's going to last it better?
Well, Williams has got the experience that he's really fit and, you know, back to his best. And we know he can last for 12 rounds. Gammer's unproven. That's the problem. Can he last it and stand up to the big punches later on in the fight that Williams could throw?
If you had to make a prediction, what do you think happens from here?
I don't know. It looks like points for Gammer or stoppage for Williams. One of those two for me.
Thank you, Nicky.
Yeah, thank you for those good points, especially the pace of this heavyweight title fight. Here's the 5th round. We're really enjoying this. It's the British champion, Scott Gammer, in the Welsh colours and the gold of Danny Williams from Brixton, who is trying to up the tempo, force Gammer backwards now, work his body. Interesting.
Well, a change in tempo is required, but I wouldn't do it in the first 10 seconds of a round. I would spring it as a surprise halfway through the round, because we know Williams is not going to sustain this. So really, for me, he has to spring a few surprises. Gammer knows exactly what's coming. So really, Williams has to come up with something a little bit better than this.
The challenger for the title, and we'll never forget when he did it the first time around against Mark Potter. He was on the canvas early in that fight and having real trouble, and then his right shoulder became dislocated, and somehow he won it with a left uppercut.
I mean, we're sitting here knowing exactly what's on Williams' mind. He's playing with the left, just looking for the opportunity to drop the right hand. But that's better, using the left hand effectively for a change. That's what's got to be done here. He has an excellent jab.
The left hook. There's some speed from Williams. Just don't quite know what to read in from a mental and psychological point of view. He can deal with Mike Tyson, but he can box drably as he did against Julius Francis and Michael Sprott.
See, I always feel Williams is at his best when he's the underdog. I think the strain gets to him. But he certainly changed the tempo here. He's come up with something a little bit better, using the left hand more of a weapon in this round.
Good riposte from Scott Gammer. He's not overawed, is he, Gammer, by the challenge?
I think he's quite happy with this style of fight. He's not having to go looking for Williams. He's not having to take chances. Williams is right there in front of him. This is better work from Williams.
Just a half nod of appreciation there from Gammer. He wanted the best Williams to turn up. He didn't want an overweight one. He's got a Williams that really wants to win this.
Yeah, I reckon that Gammer feels he can last the 12 rounds better. I think he's banking on the second half of the fight. But he's stolen a couple of early rounds in my card. So he may be in even better shape at the moment than he expected to be at this stage. Williams is better in this round, using his left hand properly now.
Last 10, Spence.
But to add to that, Williams has been 12 rounds 8 times before, and Gammer only once.
Lots still to come on an action-packed Friday fight night. John McDermott against Paul King. McDermott, if he wins that, hoping for a shot at the winner of this main event, and Damien Owen, Dean Phillips for the vacant Welsh lightweight title. All to come on this Friday fight night.
Yep, and don't take your eyes off this one. Total Punches success with Scott Gammer, who might just be in front, we don't know. The rounds have been close, and Danny Williams certainly came back in that 5th. It could be one of those, Jim. It swings one way then the other.
Yeah, well, I thought he stole a couple of rounds, but when Williams raises the pace, I think Gammer starts to struggle a little bit. Gammer, I think, is more worried about the 12-round distance than Williams is, so he's conserving energy, he's pacing it well. But sooner or later, he's going to have to start moving forward, get some more snap into his punches.
Williams with those long shorts as always, this time gold in colour. Looking for the jackpot right hand. He has stopped 29 of his opponents.
Well, look at the difference when Williams uses his left hand as a weapon instead of waving it in front, looking for the big obvious right hand. He's using it now, he's breaking Gammer's concentration. He does have an excellent jab when he decides to use it.
Quite a spell in the last few minutes from Scott Gammer. maybe he is feeling the pace or pacing himself for the second half. Good jab, snapping the head back of Gammer from Williams.
I mean, he is winning the battle of the jabs when he uses it properly. It's countering jabs where Gammer seems to have his success, not leading off with them.
Let him sit, let him sit. There you go. And again, 1, 2.
Good, clean boxing match. Referee Victor Loughlin has not had to get involved at all. Keep it going, Danny, says Dean Powell in the red corner. That's what he's got to do, sustain this.
Gammer's going to have to come up himself a little bit more if he wants to hang on to the title. He's reacting to Williams. Maybe his plan is in the later stages of the fight where he reckons his strength will come into play. But in rounds like this where there's not a lot between the punches landed, Williams is the aggressor. He's forcing the action. You tend to lead towards him.
Yeah, those quick combinations have just dried up for Scott Gammer. Blocks the right hand.
I mean, it's as though at the moment Gammer hasn't quite made up his mind what he should be doing in there. He's reacting all the time. He's waiting to see what Williams is doing. He's going to have to go out and come up with something on his own. That was a disappointing round for Gammer for me. Close round, but disappointing.
We'll have a look at that. The jabs of Danny Williams. He throws it snappily.
Well, he's a different fighter when he uses the left hand properly. He was waving it in front of Gammer in the early stages, trying to wind up a big right hand, had been outworked in the process. But now he's stepping in, using the jab, breaking the concentration of Gammer. Gammer really couldn't get anything started in that round.
All right, man. Don't run out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's the end of the world, you push or hold him there and hit him back. Yeah. You're not going to win it on your back foot letting him throw. Yeah. All right, good man.
Father Ralph, good instruction. Got to go to work, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I think he echoed pretty much what I was saying. He's reacting too much. He's going to have to go out and produce something.
Second half, the second defence of Scott Gammer's British heavyweight title against Danny Williams, and look at that on Jim's unofficial card, dead level.
Yeah, but Williams is the one coming back into things. That was a lovely right hand.
Yeah, beautiful shot from Williams. At the start of these rounds, he's been coming out fast. Obviously has wound himself into terrific shape. Never mind who the mystery trainer was that he was talking the build-up, whether it was Spencer Fearon in the corner or Dean Powell. He's got himself going, Williams.
And he's really using the left hand beautifully at the moment, breaking the concentration. Well, Gammer trying to come forward, a little bit clumsy, but at least that's a bit more like it. Has to take the play away from Williams a bit more. Williams is boxing at his own pace. Gammer's allowing that.
Keep the pace going, Danny, come on. Good.
And again. He needs to take the initiative, Gammer, after a bright start. It's such a vital night for him. He called for this, and he's got it. Now he has to deliver.
And he's not countering the jabs. Earlier on, he was always ready with the counter. I wonder maybe, is he finding this is deep water he's in? He's never been in a fight. He's never fought anyone half as good as Danny Williams. Is he struggling?
Certainly seems to be struggling for ideas about how tactically to go to battle now.
Well, he's trying to come forward. At least that is a change. Has to come up with something else.
He's got to just get inside, hasn't he? And deaden the jab of Williams.
I mean, we do have to remember he's been clipped a couple of times with beautiful left hook come uppercuts. And you don't forget about those. I mean, Danny is a powerful puncher, so he can't afford to be reckless, but he does have to be a bit more adventurous, I think.
79-inch reach, Williams. to 78 for Gammer, but doesn't it look much bigger than that at times when he's using the jab and right hand?
Well, he's going for it now, and that's a must. He had to change the tempo, and he's done that.
The crowd start to rally. Here we go, left hook from Gammer. Finally, he's come out of his shell. Uppercut from Williams.
Just that little bit of class that Williams has, and that just sort of flash of it there, and that's the kind of things that can dent Gammer's confidence. When you haven't been at this level,
big right hand.
beautiful right hand.
Beautiful shot. Gammer was hurt on bendy legs, needed the bell. Breakthrough there for Danny Williams. Well, just at the end of that, he felt the power and the class, as you were saying, Jim.
That's the difference, the class, the experience. That was the beautiful right hand just before the bell sounded. I think that the problem for Scott Gammer, he's facing problems he's never had to face before, and he's beginning to look a little bit confused. He doesn't have a confident look in the corner at the moment, and this is why. These are thumping punches. Williams has found the range, and he's in the driving seat certainly at the moment. Big drive from Gammer in that round, but didn't come to anything.
Downstairs and straight right hand downstairs. Way to go. He's starting to feel sorry for himself now.
Yeah.
Okay, now bring the boss. Take over.
Is he starting to feel sorry for himself? The experienced voice of Dean Powell in the corner. Out they come for the 8th round. Scott Gammer's had his moments. Is Danny Williams asserting the control now? Is he just a bit better than Gammer?
I mean, I could see Williams taking the Harrison fight just for the money at short notice, but the fact that he's come in here challenging for a British title, he must really want to win this, and he's got himself in great shape.
And the courage he showed against Mark Potter and against, obviously, Mike Tyson. You never count Danny Williams out, but he knew this was the last chance. What can Gammer do to respond? He's got to go for him. Try and get Williams out of his rhythm. Good body shots. Look at this from Scott Gammer. And suddenly Williams looks slow and hesitant.
Well, Gammer had to take the initiative, and that's what he's doing now. Just keep the punches pumping. He doesn't have to hurt Williams as long as he's stopping him from working.
What a good British heavyweight title fight this is. Ebbs and flows. And it's Gammer's turn now to come back with his own volley of punches.
Well, Williams is walking forward into range and not doing anything. This is asking for trouble, playing right into Gammer's hands. Big round so far for Scott Gammer.
And here's what we're seeing. A sort of minor picture of Danny Williams' whole career, where he's blown hot and cold.
And he's taken some thumping body shots in this round, Williams. Good round so far for Scott Gammer.
Williams tries to come back. All leaden in his legs. Good work, first 2 minutes from Gammer.
He's put out a lot of work in this round, Gammer. I think he's looking for a little breather now. Williams trying to deny him. Excellent work.
Good uppercuts. Not a massive puncher, only 9 knockouts on the record of Scott Gammer, but he's hurtful, and Williams is feeling some of these. We have another change in the story here in Neath. Williams digs in. Oh, left hooks from Scott Gammer. Danny Williams taking too many here without a defence. Look at that from Scott Gammer. Big round. Let's get straight to Nicky Piper.
Well, Nicky, great stuff here. Who have you got ahead, first of all?
Williams, for me, is one round ahead. Gammer came back into it there to close the gap, and he's boxing well. But this, it's a brilliant fight, and could, as I said earlier, go any way still.
It's ebbing and flowing so much. Who's going to dominate from here?
Well, I feel that this is the good work from Gammer, that right at the end, a couple of good left hooks to flush too. There was no effect on Williams, though. Gammer is not a big puncher for a heavyweight. He's not hurting Williams, not yet. He could do through fatigue, but it's either, for me, again, Williams late. But Williams is still one round ahead. He could win us on points now. But Williams has got the one with the power. Gammer's got to work and keep outworking Williams. That's his only chance.
Thank you, Nicky.
Absolutely fascinating. Richie Davis, Howard Foster, Terry O'Connor, the judges at ringside. How on earth are they seeing things? It's got to be close, Jim.
Yep, it's got to be close. But to full credit to Scott Gammer, looked as though he was struggling in the fight, and he comes back straight back in. You can see it here. Gammer levelling things up here and stopping the rot. Williams was beginning to take control, but no longer.
Quick, tasty combinations from Gammer, and he's trying to work that Williams body. See if he's drained too much weight in too quick a time. David Hay was saying in the studio that's difficult to do.
But Danny started walking forward without producing anything again. This is better. You can't walk into punching range and not punch. This is good stuff.
Williams swinging away with hooks, and Gammer now trapped on the ropes. Uppercut went in two. Gammer in trouble, down. He goes in the 9th round. Massive right hand. The count's at 5. He looks at his corner. He's very slow to his feet. He steps back. He swaggers. It is over. Danny Williams becomes the British heavyweight champion all over again at the age of 33 after a terrific tussle with Scott Gammer, and eventually he found the punches to keep his career alive and shock us again.
Yeah, well, we worried about what kind of condition he would be in, down to 16 stones 4, but now we know. Excellent condition, a little bit of class, the power that we knew he had, and the experience at the top level. We've seen Danny in the past having real sticky patches in a fight, coming through them and producing the goods. He's done it several times. Scott Gammer has never had to do that, and I think that was the difference here. Williams come out in the finishing round as though he knew he was going to get the job done. As soon as he got the chance, he just kept pouring the punches, and the tremendous right hand that finished it was a peach.
Let's have a look at the end, and it came quickly.
I mean, he came out with a totally different attitude in this round. Look at the way he's turning into these punches. These are full power shots. These are not the little prods and pops that we're seeing in some of the earlier rounds. Digging in, just looking for that one clean shot that would finish the job, and there it was. Beautiful punch. If we're worried about his condition, this told us no need to worry. Just kept pouring the punches, and every one of these punches were thumping, full power shots. You can see getting the leverage in. He knew he was in control here. He knew one clean punch would get the job done. And there it goes.
And have a look
the
at that.
finishing shot, Bank caught him a little bit high. The beautiful left hook to set it up. Bank caught him high above the ear, and that can scramble your senses. No way it was going to recover from that.
Yeah, the equilibrium went. He tried desperately to get to his feet and steady himself, but the power of Williams at this stage in the fight too. And what a good one though, Jim.
Tremendous heavyweight battle that was, tremendous.
Danny Williams, the new British heavyweight champion, and Scott Gammer loses for the very first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the timekeeper Neil Burder has recorded a time of 1 minute and 15 seconds on the 9th round. On a count out, your winner and the new British heavyweight champion from Brixton, it's Danny Williams. And let's show our appreciation, please. From Pembroke Dock, the Hammer, Scott Gammer. And now to present the coveted Lonsdale belt, would you please welcome the steward in charge, John Rees, QC.
Well, Danny Williams afforded himself a smile. He's got his belt back, the Lonsdale belt. And what a performance and what a fight for the British heavyweight title. It now belongs to Danny Williams, and we'll be hearing from him in just a couple of minutes' time.